I'm sorry, darling, you're too late.
You what?
Well, only the other day, we had Audrey Hepburn posing in floating chiffon against my Uncle Albert's dustbins. Well, you must have seen it. It was on all the bookstalls.
1, 2.
Mind you, there's a marvellous spot down Thomas Street, just outside the slaughterhouse. I don't think any of them use that yet. Oh, yes, I can just see you standing there, with your hair blowing in the wind, and half a dozen pig's trotters peeping over your shoulder.
8, 9.
Well, you have come posing for one of them fashion magazines, haven't you?
Listen, you, I've come here.
Wafting in the sense of... pine cubes?
Lily of the Valley. No, listen, I've come here to disprove what you said about me last night.
Oh, I said a lot of things about you last night.
Ah, we'll forget that now, walls have ears. No, like what you said about what I look like first thing in the morning.
Oh, it's only surmising.
You surmised wrong, didn't you?
Oh, come off it, damn it, when you just got out of bed.
I've just got out of bed.
Looking like that?
Well, naturally, I've got to dress like, haven't I?
And that's all? Nothing else?
Well, I've cleaned my teeth and I've washed my hands and my face and that. What did you expect?
Oh, never mind, love. You don't have to prove anything to me. I love you no matter what you look like. Oh, so long as you don't wear curlers in your hair in bed. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's girls...
Oh, yes.
Oh, anyway, I still love you.
Yes, it's all coming out now, isn't it?
I haven't got any secrets from you, darling.
Haven't you? I'd rather you did have. I've always preferred my men to be mysterious. I think it's more interesting.
What men?
Oh, come on, give us a kiss quick before Florrie. Oh, I keep forgetting. Poor Petty Caesar. He'll have me guts spaghetti if I'm late again.
What men?
Oh, you've not shaved, have you? Anyway, stop fretting. You're the only one I'm engaged to, aren't you?
Yes, I should hope so.
Right, shut it then. I'll see you after. Trot.
Not.
By the way, speaking of waking up looking beautiful, have you looked in the mirror lately? Trot.
Hey, don't you two see enough of each other without waking the old blooming neighbourhood before breakfast?
Ah, come off it. You've been up for hours.
She's going to want a bit of timing, his young one. I only hope you haven't bitten off more than what you can chew, that's all.
Hey, I thought you liked her. I remember when I came home, you said to me that you wish you were a bit younger because you liked her and she had plenty of go.
Yeah, well, maybe I did. But the qualities you look for in a girlfriend aren't necessarily the same ones you want in a wife.
Who says?
Good morning.
Hey, honestly, I don't know what's the matter with your uncle. I think he's been on the grumbly pills again.
Oh, I hope not. I'm just about to ask him a favour.
Just because everybody doesn't look at the world through rose-coloured spectacles like him.
Oh, well, what do you expect? You just got engaged a few days ago. It'll wear off.
Thank you.
I mean this dewy-eyed stage.
Dewy-eyed, look, me.
And what's the favour?
Twins.
Will I mind them?
Yes, just while I pop into
There
town
won't
for
be
an hour.
any trouble.
Well, there won't. I shouldn't go over right. I'm absolutely bog-eyed, but there's one or two things I must get.
There you are. You see what it's like. Not all honeymoon by any means.
Oh, I don't know. You're a right old misery. You're getting worse than Ena Sharples. Hey, I'm going to put a cup of tea on before you start quoting the Bible at me.
You know, you shouldn't rock them, not according to the book.
Yeah, I know. They get to want it all the time, then you can't stop. Okay. I wish you two could read.
I wouldn't have thought that any cry left in them after last night.
Well, I did warn you at the clinic to be a bit fretful after, isn't there?
Yes, I know. Poor little mites. Honestly, all the jobs they've got to have before they're even 12 months old, it just seems a shame.
Yeah, you wouldn't rather they got diphtheria or smallpox, would you?
Oh, don't ask stupid questions.
Now, don't make stupid remarks.
Oh, don't let's start. We're worn out from lack of sleep.
I'm sorry, love, honestly. I'll tell you what, I'll bring you something nice back to prove it, shall I? What would you like? Flowers, an enormous bottle of toilet water, or a diamond-studded toothbrush?
How about one of these?
I was joking.
I'm not.
Flowers or perfume, gladly. But...
Oh, Ken, we've been through all this already. It would make all the difference.
Look, I'm not arguing, but can we afford a car?
Just about. Think we could bung the twins in the back and whiz off in the country, the seaside, anywhere where it's fresh and clean. It wouldn't matter not having a garden if we had a car.
You're preaching to the converted. I'm as aware of the advantages as you are. It's just that, well, I don't know anything about them.
Well, at least he could look.
Yeah. 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 Yes, I could, couldn't I? As a matter of fact, I saw a very nice little drop-head coupe in the paper last night. Only about 4 years old.
Oh, Ken.
What?
Honestly, a drop-head coupe, a two-seater, I suppose, as well.
Yeah. I suppose it is a little more up our David Street than mine, isn't it?
Let's face it, love, you're strictly the battered family saloon.
Hey, let's have a little less of the battered, will you? Still got my teeth, you know.
Oh, well, I was referring to the car, but if the cap fits.
Mind you, I probably won't be able to refrain from gnashing them a bit.
What?
My molars, when our kid roars past with the hood down and a snazzy blonde in the bucket seat.
Irma's not blonde.
You said anything about Irma?
Well, she is his fiancée.
Fiancé, don't make me laugh.
Well, she is.
You know how long I give it, love? A week at the most.
I think you're being very mean about
No, not mean, just realistic.
You've got no romance in you.
You didn't say that when we got engaged, did you?
No, that's true.
Now, look, love, I want our kid to have all the things that we've got, you know, a home, kids, and, you know.
No, you tell me.
Well, something worthwhile.
Love?
Yeah.
Why are men always so shy of saying
Anyway, I want our kid to have all the things that we've got, but with the right girl. And I just don't happen to think Irma Ogden is the right girl. Not for him. Not in a million years.
You'll wear it out. We're looking at it if you're not careful.
Oh, no, I was just thinking, like, about my dad and David.
How do you mean?
Well, like how my mum's had to scrimp and scrape all these years. While in between jobs, my dad's been dead shiftless. Not caring if the house fell down as long as his belly was filled and he had the price of a pint.
Oh, David's not like that.
No, I know he isn't. That's why I'm marrying him, isn't it? Couldn't bear to leave a life like my mother's had. I'd jump in the cup first.
I thought you'd have been dead cheerful right now.
I am.
You're not. You're dead morbid.
Hello, love. Can I have a quarter of mince, please? I'm trying to give up smoking for a change.
What, you and all? Anyway, listen, I'm glad you've come in, Elsie, because, well, there's something I want to ask you.
Anything for you, love, as long as it's not been a bridesmaid. I look shocking in pink taffeta.
Oh, I'm not even thinking about that yet.
It's peculiar. If it were me, I couldn't think about anything else.
No, it's, do you think that men do change a lot after they marry?
For the worse, yes.
Oh, be serious.
Well, I'm only speaking from experience. Where else can I speak from?
She's frightened she'll end up like a man.
I am not. Well, not really. It's just like... Well, I don't suppose when my mum married my dad that she knew it'd turn out like that.
Nobody ever does, love. You know, there's no guarantee. You've just got to take things as they come. Anyway, what you worrying about? David's a very nice lad. He's the best eligible bachelor around these parts, I might tell you.
Right, I'm off then. See you later.
Yeah, that's flipping 10. Nice cushy number of a job you're on, and no mistake.
Oh, I don't know. I probably sweat more off me in a couple of hours on Saturday afternoon than most people do the rest of the week.
Now, look, I've done my share in the past. I'm entitled to my bit of leisure now, Anna.
So said anything about you?
I know when I'm being got at.
Oh, honestly, you're getting worse.
You sure you'll be all right?
Oh, I'm expecting being kidnapped by a flying saucer any minute.
I wouldn't leave him with him if I were you. Half an hour of his influence, they'll finish up as bad-tempered as he is.
Yeah, well, if they got as much reason to worry as I have, they'd be entitled to be bad-tempered.
Oh, come on now, nobody's bad-tempered. The twins will sleep till I get back and you can have a nice rest. Shall I bring some tripe in for your tea?
You can suit yourself.
All right, well, I'm off then. You coming to the bus?
No, it's all right, love, you go on. Uncle, don't you think you ought to see a doctor?
What for?
Well, a tonic, something to buck you up a bit.
All I need to buck me up, you can't get on National Health.
Oh, that? Well, don't we all?
What? I thought you told me that you and Ken were managing all right.
Well, we are up to a point, but it's the extras, like a car.
Yeah, some extra.
Well, it's not really a luxury for us, you know. I mean,
Now, look, it's no good you coming crying to me. I know you've got problems how to spend your pounds. I'm at my wit's end how to eke out my shillings.
I'm not crying to you, I'm just... Oh, what's the use? Anyway, surely you can't be as badly off as all
Well,
that.
managing a sort of hand-to-mouth fashion, but come out big, and, well, that's when I come unstuck.
Well, we'd always try and help you, you know that.
I'm taking charity from nobody.
Oh, well, then. If you want to save a bit, get a bit booked by for a rainy day, couldn't you cut down?
Yeah, I suppose I could get rid of my rolls.
Well, what about the Rovers? All those tots of rum cost money, and I'm not sure they're all that good for your health.
That's right, go on. Deprive me of the only bit of comfort and pleasure I've got left in life.
I'm not, Andy.
Now, look, I'm not kidding you. The day that I can't go into Rovers and stand me whack with the lads, you can put me in this box and screw me down. At my age, one of the few pleasures I get in living is the companionship I get round that bar. Take that away, and what have I got left that's worth stopping for?
And then, for the day itself, I think she ought to have white with some colour underneath, say pink. You know, it makes it look a bit warmer. I always think stark white makes most girls look washed out, don't you?
Yes, well, I think Irma will have her own views on that, Mrs. Ogden, dear. Now, if you've finished, perhaps you'd like to run along.
Perhaps. Oh, yeah, with a few little touches of blue on the bodice. Then the bridesmaids could have something toning.
Good morning, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, yeah, all right then, I'll see you.
And what it will boil down to is a pink pastel costume at a register office that ever gets that far. That woman lives in a world of her own.
Well, you're all the same when it comes to weddings. You were just as bad over our Jonies. Worse.
Our Jonas was a serious engagement.
Well, isn't this?
This is a complete mismatch. I mean, David Barlow is a boy who'll go far. But Irma, well, she's just a loud-mouthed, common scatterbrain. Not that I've anything against the girl, of course.
She wouldn't stand much chance if you had got anything against her, would
If you're talking about weddings as well, I'm off.
Oh, Annie's got the needle because Mrs. Ogden never shuts up about it these days. I've been telling her she was just as bad with our Joan.
Joni was different. Now, a girl like Irma, she doesn't regard marriage seriously at all. If she ever gets David to the altar, which I very much doubt, I can see nothing but trouble ahead of him. It's her background, you see. What a girl sees in her own home is naturally reflected in her marriage.
Oh, you're not wrong there, Annie, love. No. You know, I've been meaning to ask you, but I didn't like to poke my nose in, but didn't you have a bit of trouble with your Joni at one time? Didn't her husband leave her or something like that?
Hey, choose how there's always problems.
Ah, it wasn't your corns I was treading on, Jack.
She gets carried away, does Annie, you know. She doesn't mean the half of what she says.
I'm looking for a fellow with curly hair, a big mouth, works with an hammer and nails, and always got a pint in his hand. Who is he?
General Deco.
Right, General. About these repairs at the social club, are you fixed?
This door's got do not disturb on. Try somebody else, will you, mate?
Oh, yes, the idle rich, are we now?
Who's rich? No, mate, I've got a lot on. Try somebody else, will you?
So, when will you start?
You know he's a tryer, I'll say that for him.
Tomorrow?
I can see Emma Ogden ending up in the Mink and Diamond Brigade yet.
Well, I don't know very much about the mink, but she'll certainly have the diamond bit along. Oh, it won't be a knuckle duster, you know, just the right size.
I thought she'd got a ring.
Oh, that's only temporary. Oh. So, you're on then?
Oh, you've twisted my arm. Go on.
I hear that you've got some pretty good greens at this club of yours.
The bowling greens? Oh, why? I believe they're in pretty fair nick. Are you coming down one day?
Oh, I might at that. Wally Talbot's already asked me, as a matter of fact. He's a fitter at Lambert, you know.
Oh,
Bolts a nice wood, does Wally. Oh, I could do with a bit more practice.
More practice.
Well, I can't enter for the President's Cup looking like a cricket novice, can I?
President's Cup? I certainly don't expect you to enter for anything of the kind. What a ridiculous idea.
Oh, ridiculous, is it? We'll see if Alf Barstow thinks it's ridiculous or not.
Hey, Jack, I know it's a leading question, but who's Alf Barstow when he's at home?
He's our secretary of the club, that's who. And I'm going right now to ring him up and tell him to enter my name on the list of contestants. Definite.
And just to think, people go all the way to Egypt when they could come here and see you.
Oh, where's it got to? He can't have vanished into thin air.
Talk about the excavation of historical sites. Let me know when you strike oil, kid.
Ah, historic's right. You can't have worn that since Adam was a lad.
Chicken monkey. Only need to use a few more pounds and I'd get that on again.
Oh, optimist.
Aye, and so are you if you think you're going to find your hairdressing diploma in there.
And you've stood here watching...
Well, that cupboard needed tidying out, and if you all put it back nice and neatly, I'll tell you where it is.
I didn't slave for my high qualification just to be a mug for you, you know.
No, love, them qualifications you was born with.
How did you know what I was looking for, anyway?
Because I'm a wise, understanding mother who knows when her kids are in trouble. And because I overheard you this morning rehearsing giving any notice when you were shaving.
Nothing sacred.
I said neatly.
Anyway, Gerard's a misery. And when you didn't give me that rise I asked for, that was the last straw that brought the donkeys back.
No, you mean camels? No, perhaps on second thoughts you're right.
Well, gentleman Gerard, you can stop your crummy salon and your crummy customers. With this little piece of paper and my talent, Tanner's kid's ready for moving up in the world.
Just 1 minute, love. That little piece of paper cost your mother 65 quid of her hard-earned smackers.
Yes, I know so.
So, by all means climb up the ladder step by step to fame and success. But I have 65 good reasons for walking behind you and prodding you every step of the way.
Hey, Albert. Isn't it good to you?
Well, what is it? Something you don't want?
I thought it might come in handy.
Oh, I know. Any bit of old junk anybody hasn't got house room for, take it down to old Daddy
I
Tatlock.
thought it'd be all right for your allotment, but I'm not going to twist your arm. Suit yourself, mate.
Hey, come on, give it here.
Right.
Might find a bit of use for it.
Right.
Hey, lad, have you got a minute?
What for?
We'll catch hold of this little lot. She said she wouldn't be more than an hour. She's been gone 2 already, and my tummy's fair rumbling.
Aye, maybe you'd be better tempered on a full stomach then.
Hello, my little darling. Hello, chicken. How are you, my chick? There you are, then.
I was just telling him to belt up, otherwise I'd knock his ear all round for him.
Yes, I heard you. Anyhow, that's her.
Oh.
Don't you think she's pretty? Or am I biased?
Yes, she is, and yes, you are.
Oh, it's a pity your old uncle isn't as sweet-tempered as you, my little chicken, isn't it?
Oh, have you seen him, Lem? What do you think's the matter with him? I'm getting worried.
I don't know. Growing old can't be much fun, can it? I know being poor isn't. And when you suddenly find out that you're both, life's not a bowl of cherries.
Hey! Hey, what do you think of this?
Very nice. What is it?
For the bridesmaids. I've just been having a word with Lily Truscott. Oh, now, I know she's one of your dad's tribe and she's got a mouth on her like a trooper, but she is very handy with a sewing machine. She's made some lovely little frocks for them girls. Of course, the only trouble is, I suppose that means we'll have to invite her. Still, we can always shove her away in a corner somewhere. Happen should not be heard over the general.
Ma'am, will you just listen to me a minute? I've told you a million times that I'm not ready to discuss that yet. And if you carry on like that, I never will be. I'll be too sick of the old subject.
Oh, you're just not natural, you, is she?
Oh, when I get engaged, I'm going to make Dennis wear a ring and all. I think they ought to.
Oh, so do I. Shows they're spoke for.
Yeah. But we're not, are we? I mean, that's the whole point of this trial arrangement, to see if we're suited. And if anybody else comes along, either for him or for me, well, it's better we find out now than later, isn't it?
How did I ever come to have such a pessimist for a daughter?
Could I have a box of matches and a packet of frozen beans, please?
Yeah, Irma'll get them for you. Ken.
Aye.
Well, I suppose I best get off home. You know, they'll be having roast cinders for their teas. I put the spuds in 2 hours ago.
That's all you want?
Yeah.
Shillings.
Right.
Try.
Okay.
Haven't you forgot something? Well, I know I shouldn't bring it up, really, but it doesn't look as if you're going to, does it? And it is customary, I believe.
What is?
To congratulate people who've just got engaged, especially when people's just got engaged to other people's brothers.
Yes, I'm sorry. I've been meaning to do that. Congratulations.
Try.
Oh, I shouldn't take on about it. You don't let people get you down.
That's all very good talking. Old Uncle Albert grizzling at home. I come round here and things are not much better.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, I mean that husband of yours. He's not exactly thrilled to bits for us, is he?
Oh, of course he is. He's just got a lot in his mind, that's all.
Well, the thing is that me and Irma... What? I'm happy. I'm very happy, and I want everybody else to be the same, you know what I mean?
Yes, of course. Oh, don't take any notice. He's worried about this car. I've been nagging him a bit about that. It is a big decision.
Well, yeah, but it's not as important as...
That's very cosy.
Yeah, just tell him Val.
We were talking about the car.
Oh.
Any news?
No.
Oh, well, if we could get somebody to look after the twins, maybe we could have a mooch round together on Saturday.
Not in the morning, love. No, drama group's got a play come out in a week or so. I said I'd drop in.
Oh, why?
Big crisis, you know. Producer taking ill at the last minute. What can I do?
Oh, good old dependable Barlow. Everybody's
Well, he
mad.
happens to be one of the chaps in my group, and I talked him into doing it in the first place, and now he's gone down with chickenpox.
Chickenpox?
See, 3 or 4 of them got it. It's going through the local schools, I think. By the way, I paid the paper bill on the way in. You let that run for 3 weeks.
Never mind the paper bill. You are going round to Uncle Albert.
What for?
Because I'm bringing the twins in for the fruit juice, and I'm not having them catching chickenpox.
I've
Thank
not
you
got it.
very much. He could be carrying it, though. Go on, he was cheering up, talking
Hey, well,
about the
listen.
First World War.
Listen,
Ask
if
him
the
about
twins are going to
Banishes.
have it, they might as well have it when they're young,
Go
because they
on,
get it
they
much
are
milder.
We're buddies.
And washing up liquid now. What else?
Sugar, tea, no, you've got that, cheese.
Yes. Half a pound of Cheshire, please, and a quarter of Danish blue. You know, Mr. Walker's a steamed pudding man, but personally, I think there's nothing like biscuits and cheese for rounding off a good meal. Don't you agree?
Some do, some don't. Everyone to his taste.
Of course, what I really like is a little bit of ripe Stilton. And I don't suppose you're stocking Stilton. Or Camembert?
No.
No.
Pleasure. Oh. Have you got a threepenny bit for 3 pennies?
Say please.
Please. Ta.
Well, I think that'll be all then. Thank you very much. Such a pleasure to meet someone else who knows about good food. I mean, there's so much more to life than a pie and chips in Jackson's supper bar, isn't there?
Right.
So few people around here seem to realise that.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Walker.
Silly old bat. She wouldn't know a cami bride if she fell over one.
Would you?
No, but then again, I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm ignorant, am I?
Oh, could I speak to Mr. Pepper, please? Yes, Pepper, thank you. Oh, hello, Mr. Pepper. I'm ringing about the advertisement in the Journal for a stylist. Oh, yes, I'm fully qualified. Yes, I'll bring it with me if you like. Yeah. Yes, tomorrow's quite convenient. 1 o'clock. Would that be all right? Oh, yes, I'd love to. Thank you, Mr. Pepper. Well, I look forward to meeting you then. Yes, my name is Tanner. Mr. Dennis Tanner. Thank you. Goodbye.
Pepper, that's a funny name for a hairdresser, isn't it?
Have you got an interview for another job?
I know they call it a public telephone, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, we're just interested, Dennis. Hey, do you think it's got possibilities?
Yes, I do. Distinct possibilities. Could be an improvement both in status and in money. Keep your fingers crossed, girls.
I'll keep my eyes crossed and all if it'll help.
Oh, isn't it thrilling?
Oh, well, hang on, he hasn't even got the job yet, has he?
Still, it shows his thoughts are in the right direction. Shows he's thinking of the future, doesn't it?
Does it? I thought it just shows he was cheesed off with Gerard.
Oh, no, I can read Dennis. He's much deeper reasons for improving himself than that.
Hey, do you know who I had a cup of tea with today?
Lady Bird Johnson.
No, that little blonde from Italian Knitwear, you know, the one from the modes. The one that married a widower with 5 kids, you know.
No, I don't.
Well, of course you do. I told you about it at the time when it happened. Of course, she's left him now. Knew it couldn't last. He was much older than she was.
Hey, can you manage all that?
Yeah, and don't dribble it all down yourself.
You know what I was talking about this morning, don't you?
Oh, aye, and what stream of wisdom was this? There are so many, my love.
About changing my job. Well, you know me, deeds, not words.
You've done it?
Oh, but I've got an interview fixed for tomorrow. Man, why don't you get raspberry on it? You know I like raspberry.
Sure that is, will you, Chuck?
Hello, Dennis, mate. Hey, good luck with Mr. Salt tomorrow.
His name's Pepper. He's got a top-notch hairdressing salon, and working with him will do me out but good.
I thought it was only an interview tomorrow.
Oh, that's just a formality, you know. He only has to see me.
To know him is to love him.
My talent is my recommendation.
What is a big head? A big head is a lad what's convinced he's the greatest. A fellow with his eyes fixed firmly on dames, fame and fortune. On ice cream dripping daintily down his tie.
Oh.
Wonder what Mother was like.
Who's dead?
Sandra Peters. I wonder if she takes after her.
Well, she certainly doesn't take after her dad.
No, I know. I mean, you can say what you like about him. He's not wet, is he? And I know most girls want to get married at some time in their life, but I mean, with her, it's a mania, you know. You see this ring here on my finger? It's been on her finger more than it has on mine.
Oh, silly twittering lasses.
What did you say, Mr. Tatlock?
I was just thinking I wish some folks could spare a thought on things that really matter instead of twittering on about naught.
Now, just listen here, Mr. Tatlock. I know David and me might not be the royal romance of the year, but we do matter to us.
Self. That's the trouble. Nobody cares anymore.
Hello.
Hello, love. Hey, are you happy?
I was.
Oh, take no notice. He's just going through one of his phases.
Now, we don't often see you in here so early. Not that we're not pleased, of course.
Oh, well, it's nice to be welcome somewhere, near me germs.
Yeah. It's all right, Mrs. Walker. He hasn't got bubonic plague.
I should hope not.
Chickenpox.
I've not got that either. No, one of the lads have gone down with it, and Val's got the screaming abdabs and gave her pass it on to the twins. So, I've been thrown out into the cold, heartless world. I'll have a scotch, please, Mr. Walker.
Drop of whiskey, eh?
Oh, I don't know. Do you know he's got to wash his hands every 10 minutes?
Hey, do you mind not telling barefaced lies? Every 5 minutes.
Yes, but surely, dear, you can't pass it on unless you've really got it.
Yeah, you want to try telling Val that. You know, the whole of the BMA could tell Val and it wouldn't make any difference. As far as the twins are concerned, my wife knows best. Bless her.
I thought you'd gone after me.
We've made it obvious, have I?
Well, you've not been in the shop all day, have you?
No, well, to tell you the truth, I'm getting a little fed for the jokes, you know. May all your troubles be little ones.
Hey, come here. You've got a birthmark on the back of your neck.
I haven't.
Yes, you have. There, down your collar. Less it's dirt.
Well, let me tell you, madam, I washed my neck specially for you tonight. And behind my ears.
Oh, I like it. Your birthmark.
You're a nutter, Andy.
I know I am. I've got to be to have you, haven't I? Mind you, I wish that my mum had belt up, you know, talking about bridesmaids and that. And if anyone else comes here, come as a bride or...
I know. Still, I'm worth it, aren't I?
Go on.
Hello. Hello.
I wouldn't bet me socks on it.
Oh, give over, they're happy.
Do you know, I wish more people was like Elsie.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, she's chucked a little mint balls for us, isn't she? And she isn't even a relative.
Don't worry about it, love. He's not the demonstrative type. He's very pleased about it, really.
Is he?
Hello. Hello, Hello, Mrs. Adamson. 2 bottles of stout to take out, please, Mrs. Walker. Oh, and the same again for the gentleman on my left.
Me?
Yeah, well, you must let me buy you one to celebrate. After all, Chuck, we are going to be in-laws.